In this lesson, we'll learn a few ways we can copy and paste animation in Cinema 4D. We've taken a look at one approach we can use to copy and paste, and that's simply using Alt while dragging on our timeline ruler. But let's go ahead and take a look at the actual copy and paste tools, because they can potentially save us a ton of time. So I'm going to select our main animation control here, and let's say if we wanted to copy the result on frame 15 and then go ahead and paste that to another frame. What I'll do first is adjust our power slider so we can zoom in a little bit closer. I'll simply select the key on 15, right click and choose copy, and now let's say if we wanted to transfer that to frame 40, you can simply right click and choose paste. It's as simple as that. That's the result now we will see on frame 40. But this is probably not what we would want to change in the animation. So what we're going to do is add some movement to our fans so that they swivel as the aircraft idles. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and delete this keyframe. What we'll do is go ahead and add the animation on 15 and 45. So with our main control selected, let's go ahead and find our swivel channels. Here's the left swivel. I'll go ahead and just work on this, and we're going to transfer the animation from this channel to the right channel. So with our left swivel, I'm just going to go ahead and bring this to about a value of 3 on 15, and now we can hold down Control and left click to record a keyframe here to save this change. Now as the aircraft rotates and tilts in the opposite direction on frame 45, I'm going to go ahead and set this value to -3. Again, we'll hold down Control and click to save this change. Alright, so we have a little bit of movement here. We may need to go in and smooth out the animation a bit, so let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and right click and choose Show F-Curves. I'll choose the F-Curve menu and turn off Show All Tracks. Let's go and grab our left swivel. We'll press the H key to zoom in. We'll grab our start and end keys, and let's go ahead and adjust them so that we have a nice blend from our infinite curve to the actual function curve. Alright, beautiful. So if we were to minimize our F-Curve Manager and hit play, this is going to be much smoother. So now what we need to do is figure out how to copy the animation from this track over to our right swivel track. I would like to point out that we couldn't just go in and copy the animation and then paste it the way we did from the timeline ruler. Instead, what we need to do is grab the entire track and transfer it. So here's how we'll do this. Again, selecting our animation control, we'll go to the track, the channel that has the animation, our left swivel. Let's go ahead and right click and choose Animation Copy Track. Now what we could do is go to our right swivel, right click and choose Paste Track. It's getting kind of cut off in the video, so let me go ahead and make a copy of the Attributes Manager so you can see this, because this is very important here. If you're trying to transfer animation to a unique track that is on a unique object, this is how you would do it. So I'm going to go ahead and right click again on the right swivel channel and choose Animation Paste Track. What you'll see is that when we go back to our timeline and choose the right swivel, that's exactly the animation that we see that has been transferred from the left swivel channel. Very exciting. So now when we go ahead and play the animation back, we should notice that they're both moving at the same rate in the same direction. Now all we need to do is kind of offset this. Thankfully, Cinema 4D has a wonderful tool to flip our function curves instantly. So if I were to head back over to our F-Curve Manager, it's just a matter of selecting the keyframes that we'd like to flip. So I'll grab the entire range, and I'll simply choose Key, Mirror, X, which is going to change our value in the x-axis. So notice the keys have been flipped. If you wanted to change the value in the y-axis, you most certainly can. So when we use X, it's not necessarily changing the value of our key, but instead changing the timing. So we can go ahead and flip the timing around and get a mirrored effect. So now if I were to go ahead and close out the timeline and play this back, let's also increase our range here so we can really see what we've done. You can see that now the fans alternate. Beautiful. So in no time at all, we've not only learned how to copy and paste animation to kind of speed up our workflow a bit, but at the same time we have learned how to flip animation instantly in case we need that type of mirroring effect in our sequence. So that finishes this lesson. In the next lesson, I'd like to show you how to edit an object's animation path.